Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jack Chang here and today we're going to do yet another property review. It is Aman Bukit Jalil. So let me zoom in. I have to zoom in more. Yes, Aman Bukit Jalil at Bukit Jalil of course. And this is basically a Residensi Wilayah project, or previously known as RumaWIP. So there are two blocks. It's two separate blocks. It's not connected. You got a total of 1,260 units. Each block has 630 units. It starts from ground all the way up until the 41st floor. So 42 stories building. And where are we? We're actually just across the road from this Mercu Jalil. I reviewed this project, Mercu Jalil, a few months back. This is a PPAM project. Project Perumahan Awam Malaysia, which is basically means that it's available or it's open to sale for government servants. While this Residensi Wilayah project, a quick recap, this is basically the eligibility if you are a resident or if you are working in federal territories, you can purchase. Of course, there's also income requirements, but yeah, the main one is that you have to be a resident or you have to be working in federal territories. Okay? So yes, without further ado, let's head in. Let's go. So we are within the compound of Residensi Aman Bukit Jalil. We've gotten through the guard post, and this is basically leading towards the drop-off area. So if you notice, right, the residential block, units actually start from the first floor all the way up until the highest 41. And why is it like that? Is because the car park is actually a separate building itself, a standalone building, car park and facilities. So you got no midway break, level 7, level 8 facilities. No, it's one all the way up until 41. The ground floor, you have a mixture, some retail lots, you have the bilik jenazah, you have the mail room, of course you have some retail lots also. So Ecomart, setting up shop. You have a central drop-off shared between the two blocks A and B. So this is the drop-off. You turn the other side in, and then here's where you turn out. It looks spacious, this part. Quite a nice drop-off, but these are earmarked for parking, a drop-off, temporary parking, which is a bit of a waste because if you really park cars here, right, it's actually extremely tight to navigate. So hopefully they don't allow parking. Drop-off, yes, but not to park per se. Nonetheless, very very nice. This part here, I think for a RumaWIP, right, Residensi Wilayah project, this is certainly one of the better ones that I've seen. Very very nice. And the best part is the facilities. I think hands down, this is the best facilities for a RumaWIP, or rather Residensi Wilayah project. So very very nice. Okay, block A. Yes, this is where we're heading. Still work in progress, unfortunately, the landscaping, but at a glance you can tell it's gonna be quite awesome. And above here it's covered. There are lights, but it's not all switched on, only partially. And even security wise, you got once it's completed, I would say, renovations all done, right, this will be closed, and to tag in, you basically need to tag and then you call, I think you intercom to your unit above. Yeah. So yes, without further ado, let's head up. Let's go. Decent lift also. Yeah, panels left and right. Stepping out of the lift, we are somewhere in the middle. Again, it's a very tall building, 41 stories. Okay, I'm not sure you can see up, it's a bit glaring. Yeah. And this building has a very unique H-shaped layout. So there are a total of 5 lifts, including the lift bomba. And you got basically 16 units per floor. So 8 units here and 8 units on this side. 2 very big air wells in the middle, basically. One the other side and one this side. Painting work still ongoing, interestingly. So it's not totally completed yet. Even the ground floor, you can see them still doing works. It's a bit dark here, this part in the middle, but towards the end is brighter. Yeah, you can see much brighter towards the end there. Okay, so this is the unit that we will be reviewing. It's only a standard layout, just like any other RumaWIP projects, one layout only. This is a 900 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. So very standard in terms of room configurations and size for apartments. RumaWIP projects is always around this range, 800 to 900. Maximum, I think it's 950 that I've reviewed. So this is the entrance. It's a bit dark. There's no light here. No light fixtures, but quite big landing area. But even though it's big, right, you don't have much space to the left or to the right. Hence, if you were to do a shoe cabinet, I would assume it's on this side, the right side, because the hinges is here. It will somewhat eat into your pathway of your door. Okay, let me open the door. So yes, much better, much brighter. Yeah. And beside here is actually the kitchen or the yard area. So it's a bit pity that they did not extend this part, just push it in a little bit, make it smaller, the yard, and then you should have a decent depth to do your shoe cabinet. Yeah. So this is the yard. We talk about it, it's very interesting. This blocks, ventilated blocks. So stepping into the unit, 1x1 tiles, very standard again for projects, RumaWIP projects, and your 5 feet tiles. Height also is standard, I would say, 9 feet for RumaWIP projects. And this is the yard. So the yard's a bit interesting. Again, you got this, and because you got this, right, this of course allows light to go into the corridor walkway. It's also nicer, you know, for facade, the exterior facade. But collecting dust is one thing. Security is another thing. Privacy, because one, people can see through, and number two, you usually can just put your hand right through. So imagine from exterior, right? If you hang your clothes here, because your water outlet and inlet is here, hence your washing machine would be here. If you want to hang your clothes here, it would be a little bit risky. People can, in a way, steal your clothes easily just by putting in their hands. And I'm not sure how are you going to cover this up actually. A netting is not strong enough unless you do a sort of a mesh. Yeah, probably I would do that. Metal mesh, wire mesh. Then you can cover this up. But still, dirt will gather and you probably will not be able to clean the dirt. The DB box is up there. Single phase. Yep, single phase. Pretty much expected. RCCB. That's the main switch, the MCB. That one there. Yeah. Interesting, yeah. The kitchen. So they have a Hager, which is a nice Can you see? Hager branded. So that's a nice touch. 15 amp, also very good. I reviewed recently a UCT Cheras by OSK. They don't have 13 amp or the 15 amp wall socket for the kitchen, despite it being a expensive private condo. Piping for aircon and power point is provided, so that's good. I've reviewed a few condos, RumaWIP projects, mostly actually don't provide the piping and the power point, so it's extremely troublesome if you do a hack on your own, or if you don't hack, then you do that surface casing, which is ugly. You have a balcony for 900 square feet. Quite nice. And this balcony, again, very normal size, but it's perfectly usable. I've reviewed projects. Let me think, which project is that? Where the balcony is extremely small. You open up, it's 1-2 feet. You know, it's barely anything. You know, you can't really step out. And this is 3 feet. This is decent in my opinion. This is the view. So where are we located? Pavilion Bukit Jalil is over there. Not too far away, if you ask me. Approximately 2 kilometers if you were to walk or drive. And 2 kilometers if you walk, it's only about 20 minutes. Or you cycle, yeah. You basically take this road out. Then you come down. And then here somewhere you can cross over. Then you reach Pavilion Bukit Jalil. I'm not sure you can see, so there is Laborai Bukit Jalil, yeah, which basically leads towards the LDP, the Puchong. And here, that is LRT, let me think, Alam Sutra. Yeah. Also not too far from here. If you were to walk, it's about 1.5 kilometers if I'm not mistaken. Approximately 15 minutes. So still doable in my opinion. At the bottom here, this is the car park. Okay, and there is the facilities. So the facilities and the car park is a separate building. Quite awesome facilities. And I like the fact that this car park here, separate building, it's all covered. Yeah. So you can access your car even though you park on the highest floor, right? Your car is not totally 100% exposed to the sun. They actually cover it. They have this, you know, it's covered. And even the pathway itself, you can see it's actually, you got this, it's covered, yeah. So kudos to the developer. I think it's a mixed bag, right, this property for RumaWIP. There are a lot of interesting positive points, which to me is a first. Like for instance, we go to the facilities, they have a swimming pool, wading pool, gym. This is first time I'm doing a RumaWIP review which has all these components. Previously, it's either one or some they don't even have swimming pool or the gym. This has both. Yeah. At the same time, there are some cons which I'll go through shortly as part of the unit review. This is a very interesting project also. This is basically Acacia Bukit Jalil. It's owned by LTAT, Lembaga Tabung Angkatan Tentera, which is basically a fund, okay, I would say a fund and body or organization which takes care of the pensions of soldiers, those retired soldiers. And what's interesting, right, actually if you look closely, right, it's actually very spacious. You got 2 blocks. This is actually the same development. Yeah, same development, but look at the space in between. And you sort of have a mini clubhouse. You know, you got your swimming pool there. I'm sure you have your. I think you have your toilets here. You know, futsal court, playground, gym. Maybe gym is here inside. I'm not surprised if they have a gym also, and there's a nice garden there. Just let me zoom in a bit. Yeah. Acacia. Just VP'd also. Not too long ago. I think I will try to review this project. And there's the guardhouse. There. Sorry. Ta-da! Turn in. Simple guardhouse, one in, one out. But again, the space, the compound, look at that. Yeah. Okay, what else can I talk about? Okay, there is Tzu Chi International School. We'll talk about that when I review the facilities. The facilities is towards this part. And yeah, we have a better view of that. So yes, this is the very nice balcony that they have. Going back to this project. Nice view. Unobstructed. Oh wait, there's a project beside. I'm not sure which project is this, but it's decent in here. So yeah, your view might be blocked once this is up. Yeah. But at least not in this direction. This direction you can still see clearly. It's a bit foggy today, but you can actually see Merdeka and TRX. I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah. This is Merdeka, and somewhere there, that is TRX. KLCC is... Actually, I can't really see KLCC, it's too foggy today. But it should be in that direction. Yeah, I can see faintly KLCC there. Okay? So let's head back in. So the owner has furnished this. And just like all RumaWIP projects, there's a 10-year moratorium, you can't sell. Hence, all units here, it's either the owner is staying in or it's for rent. Nothing is for sale. This is the room to the back, the small room, which actually is very big. This room is big. As a matter of fact, I feel this room towards the back is even bigger than this room at the front. Usually the room at the back here is the smaller room, but it's quite sizable. You can easily put a queen size bed or even a king size bed inside here. It's big. Yeah. And again, you got your aircon point, your piping. Windows double panel. But the only cons to this, unfortunately, this project is that this window, when you open up, it's a walkway. So, actually, security-wise, this is rather risky. And privacy also, right? You know, it's basically people walking along the corridor, they can easily peep in. I'm not sure if you would want, but if I were to stay here, if you're concerned, then yeah, you probably want a grill. Yeah. Not for safe, not because you are scared of kids climbing out, falling down, but purely to block external threat coming in. This is the other guest room. Now this is interesting. I mean, the exterior, probably is the exterior column. But yeah, it's a very weird sunken piece here. You got two window panels. This is I think you can, I'm not sure if you can remove this as restricted, or this you can open fully. And again, this actually, right, you can actually control it, right, how big it opens. You basically put this and you secure this. Oh, you can secure it here. Is there any other spots to secure it further in? No, you don't have. Some they're further in, right, you can just secure it, and hence it restricts the movement of the window or how wide you can open. quite solid, I feel, the build for this. Aircon piping, bathroom. So you have plaster ceiling. First standard. This is by Rain. Rain is a local brand by Auto Group. Yes, Auto Group. I think by Auto Group. Rain also. A shower. I think the power point is up above. You can open your manhole because there's the socket, there's the switch there. So you can install water heater if you want. Again, this window goes out directly to the walkway. So privacy, I don't think you would want to add, at least not when you're bathing. Yeah, you wouldn't want people looking in. And yeah, nice latch to put your toiletries, your soap, your shampoo. But design wise, it's a bit weird. I don't know. Simply because here it's not flush. Yeah, it's jutting out. And yeah, I don't know how do I explain this. It's just interesting. Well, don't tell me they extend out just to put this. It can't be, right? Doesn't make sense. Because it doesn't go all the way to the top. And if you say it blocks the water from splashing out, it doesn't really help much also because it's still towards the inner part. Okay, let's not waste time. I've explained previously, right, about the benefits of having the bathroom first, then your bedroom. So this is one good example of a more efficient way of planning it as far as building and constructing it, where the bathrooms are side by side. But by doing that, you lose this space here. Otherwise, this space can actually be part of your master bedroom. Why? Because if this is there, the door to the toilet is here, then here to here is actually your room, your small room, and the door to your small room can still be here. Hence, this part onwards, this part, although here is your room, right, here you actually can cover up already, and here is actually your door to your master bedroom. I'm not sure if you get what I mean, but okay, I'll attach an illustration. You can take a look at this illustration, current one, and how's the other one with the bathroom in front. You will notice that there's this small extra space which can go to the master bedroom. Yeah. Yes. So from a design view, right, you have extra room for your master bedroom if they have to swap it. Master bedroom. So again, it's sizable. Certainly more than enough space for your master, your king size, queen size, and then your wardrobe can line up beside, and then you have a study table here, maybe. Interestingly, the tiles also are different. This walkway part, right? This one is slightly more slippery, while this is a coarse surface. And the master bathroom. So the master bathroom is wider. Depth is the same. Tiles also the same. Yeah, visibly bigger. Also by Rain. And again, you got that window panel which opens onto the walkway. Yeah. So, what do you think about this unit, the layout? I think the cons is very obvious, right? Where you have the walkway there, it opens up to the walkway. You lose so much privacy for this room. You literally can't open it, you know, or unless you feel comfortable with people looking in, right? I don't think so. Not open. If you're sleeping at night, some people open it for, you know, ventilation to air it. You can't do that. Well, I wouldn't want to open it, you know, and expose myself to risk unless you have a grill. Okay, so yes, if you're interested to rent this unit or any other unit here in Aman Jalil, do reach out to Miko, my good friend, the gorgeous Miko. Her contact is below in the description. Now that we're finished reviewing this unit, let's head down and check out the facilities. Let's go. We are back down here on ground floor to check out the facilities towards the back. So like what I was mentioning earlier in the video, the facilities is on another block together with the car park. Yeah, so this is the car park. And the land here is actually at a gradient. Hence, this part here slopes down. The bottom here, you actually have up to L3. Total is 8 stories, this car park building. 5 above, or rather, let me see how much above. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 above, 1 here, and 3 below. So, total of 8 stories for the car park. So, just going slightly more into the details, right? Look at these interlocking bricks. It certainly does not give you that RumaWIP or affordable housing in this. I would say, okay, wait until you see the facilities. Once you look at the facilities, then you understand what I'm talking about. So, the car park. Okay, I'll skip this part and fast forward to save time. Okay, you have lift. This is for your car park. Yeah. So don't need to take the stairs. Outdoor gym with reflexology path. Outdoor playground. BBQ pit. But you don't have any tables and chairs, although you have some sitting at the side. Children's playground. And this, you have wading pool, kids wading pool. Yeah. And opposite is Ziji International School. IGCSE syllabus. Decently affordable compared to other international schools. You'll be surprised by the fees. So from what I recall, for primary 1, it's only approximately 1,200 plus minus per month, which is actually pretty much the same as a private kindergarten. You know, you go nursery, it's also about the same price. Yeah. And contrary to popular beliefs, this is actually open to all races, all religions. Yeah, although the founder, I think, is a Taoist or Buddhist, but nevertheless, yeah, they very nice school. I mean, just look at the facilities and the values that the curriculum and the syllabus, from what I understand, is a really good one. This is the shower area before you dip into the pool. And that's the main swimming pool. So you have two shower areas. But look at that, look at this building. Look at the facade. This does not look like a RumaWIP project, Residensi Wilayah. Yeah. You got a badminton hall. And let me try to get some. Not sure if I can take a look in. Okay, there are people playing, so I don't want to step in. But if you take in, look at that. You got a total of 3 courts. Yeah, and it's quite high up. More than high enough that you will not touch the. When you spa, you will not touch the ceiling. And I think that's about it. Of course, you have washrooms here. Very normal washrooms. And last but not least, the gym is towards that end. But yeah, let's just quickly take a glance. Very normal. Normal as in, it looks like a normal bathroom that you find in a regular condo. But again, for Residensi Wilayah, this is extremely nice. Again, it's only 300,000, extremely affordable. No, I would not call this cheap. It is value for money. It is affordable, and it is really good. You know, given the facade. Again, pros and cons. Cons. The obvious cons is the unit. The absence of a, I would say, internal air well separation between the back room and the walkway. So that's a pity. This is the gym. So it's quite nice. Small, compact, concise. There's someone's exercising there. I don't do park. But yeah. Look at that. Okay, let's step up. Let's step up. I like the door also actually. Big, nice, solid door. So yes, that sums up the review of this property, Residensi Aman Bukit Jalil. Hands down, the best Residensi Wilayah project that I've reviewed so far. Although there are some cons to it, I do admit. The unit, the back, you know. But to me, it's not a deal breaker, right? I would still choose this over the previous projects that I've seen. I mean, as in, so nice. The facilities, look at it. You know, and the design, the facade is well spread. There's enough space. It doesn't feel compact. Doesn't feel, you know, that you're strangled. Pretty good balance. Facilities and the unit. Location was also is superb. You are close to a LRT station. You are close to a key shopping mall, Pavilion Bukit Jalil. You have an international school right across. Yeah, so if you're interested to rent a unit here, or if you need help, you're an owner, you need help to rent out your unit, do reach out to Miko, Bukit Jalil specialist. I featured her quite many times. Yeah, the contact is below in the description. Let me know what you think about this property. Do share it. Do share the video with your friends or families, or anybody who you think might find this video useful. And last but not least, please do smash the like button. I really need help in promoting my channel. And of course, if you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.